This is one of my very first Ninjago sets, Jay's original Stormfighter, and this is Roz and Arin's jet, one of my more recent sets. Jay's original Stormfighter from 2012 came with 2 figures, 1 side build, and retailed for $25 when it came out, which would be about $35 with inflation today. Today we're going to compare these two to really grasp how much LEGO's building techniques and value has changed over the last 13 years. Starting off with play features, the Stormfighter has this feature where if you push the button, the wings will completely splay out. And I don't remember if this didn't work properly as a kid, but right now I've tried to replace the rubber bands and everything, and it just does not seem to want to completely evenly come out. It's not too much of a problem because you can just manually fix it a little bit, so like it does explode, it's just not perfect. Roz and Arin's jet surprisingly doesn't have anything crazy going on with its crazy wing design. It does have like this detachable dragon at the top, and it also has a detachable cockpit at the front as well as some spring-loaded missiles. But other than that, nothing too crazy or inventive here. But it is useful when you're playing around to have these detachable bits. But definitely not as transformative as what the Stormfighter is doing, since Roz's little jet that goes off of the top, it's a bit obvious that it does detach. It almost looks a little disconnected from the main build. Now, plot and story-wise, I think both of these are kind of even because Roz and Arin's jet is a villain-hero team-up vehicle, which we've never got, so we can kind of safely assume it's going to be important in the story. It's not just going to be there for an episode or two and then disappear. And then Jay's Stormfighter was his very first vehicle. It was the embodiment of the nunchucks of lightning, so that was a very important vehicle as well. Both of these are important. We'll have to see if Roz and Arin's jet is equally of importance. Normally, Jay's jet would probably win this category, but in this case, I'm just gonna have to call it a tie because we really don't know, and this looks like it will be a very important vehicle just generally for Ninjago. In terms of design, the Stormfighter has that nostalgia factor where I literally can't see too much wrong with it. I think there might be a couple more studs than most people are okay with just open and out there. But overall, for the price, I mean, I'm glad they didn't cover up too much because then what, it would have been boosted up to $40, $50 like the Legacy one. So, I mean, that's fine. I love the silhouette. The bottom fuselage, when you do open the wings, is a little bit more blockier than I would like for my taste. But the back actually looks pretty good because, yeah, it's blocky, but they have these triangular black pieces sticking out, which gives it some texture and actually looks pretty good. The wing proportions are great, and this build holds up very well in terms of design to this day. But Roz and Arin's jet is just chef's kiss because first of all, we got a brand new unique design and a brand new color scheme, which is saying a lot, right? After so many years of Ninjago jets to get something so vastly different. It does have more of a parts budget, so we have more cover up, more studs are like tiled off. It has small details, right? Like the glowing blue intake areas and the Spinjitzu power crowns that almost make it look like it can hover, just kind of immersing you more in the experience when you're flying it around. The cockpits inside are also a huge upgrade with more cushy seating and control panels. It kind of breaks Ninjago's usual theme of having only one person being able to seat. In these humongous vehicles, we can see almost 3 people in this jet, which is definitely an upgrade. All of this comes together for such a beautiful, cohesive product. It's just so fun to hold and swoosh around. That's something I cannot describe and put into words. I hate gushing over this and saying constantly that it's better than Jay's Stormfighter, even though it has so much more of a parts budget, but I just can't resist myself here. So yeah, even with price considered, I have to give this one to Roz and Arin's jet. Jay's jet was $35 with 2 figures and a side build, which is nothing crazy in terms of value, apart from the fact that the embodiment of the nunchucks of lightning was set at a set that was so cheap. Because nowadays, like for example, Nia Samurai X Mech, even though it was only as tall as like a Lego City bus in the show, they made a $120 set physically, which is almost 2 Lego City buses high. If something like Lloyd's original Golden Dragon was made today, where originally it was $20, it would probably be like this grand $100 set now because Lego just knows the more important story beat sets can make more money. So I'm glad they didn't do that this time with Jay's jet. But this is something Lego has been doing for a long time and I don't like it. Jay doesn't come with his armor piece in this set. Snap is a great figure to get, but Jay here, you might think, oh, he might not fit into the jet with his armor piece. Lego wants to make it less confusing for the kids, right? Well, no, because I checked it, I put the armor piece on, and I put Jay inside, and he fits, and nothing's really like rubbing against each other in the wrong way. So I don't get it. Like, Lego's been doing this forever. It's been getting exceedingly worse over time, and I don't like that tactic at all. In that spirit, Roz and Arin's jet definitely needs at least one more figure to be more worth it. The jet definitely feels like I paid $50 for it. Like, I'm completely happy with the $50 I paid for the jet itself. I don't feel scammed at all. It doesn't come with any side builds. I don't think it needs to, because you already have the flying Dragonian warriors, so they can already kind of keep up with the jet. I don't think they need like a flying side build, and a land-based side build would just be kind of lame because the jet's flying around. It can easily just outrun it. So I don't mind that at all, but at least like one more Dragonian would have just felt more justified for this set. I'm not sure about this, but the Arin figure might not be canon, because they might go with the one they use in Thunderfang Dragon of Chaos, releasing later in March. So if that's the case, I'm not a huge fan of that either. So in the end, tell me which one you like more based on whatever you saw. I think personally, Arin and Roz's jet is just so much better. For $15 extra, you get so much more of an immersive, swooshable jet, and I think that's more than worth it for the extra price you pay. Trust me when I say it's so good to just fly around. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.